Hello bookish people, I am Aditi and welcome back to my YouTube channel Book on Aditi. We just completed spending a long period of time in lockdown due to COVID-19. During this pandemic period, most health organizations recommended us to wear face masks cause COVID-19 can spread through an infected person from their cough, sneeze and even if the infected person speak. So it's important to stay at least 1 meter distance from others and wear proper fitted face masks. But many people question the functions of face masks during this situation. So today we are going to discuss about the topic the functions of face masks through the book Do Face Masks Really Work by Dr. Kamalpreet Singh. You can check this book out. It's available on Amazon. This book is a non-fiction book which talks about the negative and positive impact of using face masks. The author showed us the impact of using face masks on our body and psychology through different types of scientific evidences, tests, facts, proofs, etc. The author also showed us that using face masks for a long time period can cause different types of disease in our bodies, such as if someone uses a face mask for a long time, they can have breathing complications, cardiovascular implications, headaches, asthma, etc. In the introduction chapter, Dr. Singh discussed about the efficacy of using face masks and the hierarchy of the evidence in medical literature. Let me read a paragraph for you. There have been extensive randomized controlled trials (RCTs), systematic reviews and meta-analysis of RCT studies which all included that masks and respirators do not work to prevent respiratory influenza-like illnesses or respiratory illnesses that are believed to be transmitted by droplets and aerosol particles. And then there is a short note about hierarchy of evidences. There are 6 points: meta-analysis or systematic reviews, randomized control trials, non-randomized control trials, cohort studies, case reports and expert opinions. And then Dr. Singh gave us little descriptions about all these points. And let me tell you the truth, I really don't know about all these topics. So I can tell everyone that this book is a gem for the people like me who did not know anything about these topics and want to know more about these scientific evidences. Later, on the other chapters, Dr. Singh gave us more strong scientific evidences about the ineffectiveness of face masks through many proofs and tests. Here I am giving you a spoiler that N95 and surgical masks have no differences. Both are same and have no effect on the infection. And again, let me read a paragraph for you which will help you to understand more about on this topic. There was no significant difference between N95 respirators and surgical masks when used by healthcare workers. There are no statistically significant differences in preventing influenza, respiratory viral infection, respiratory infection and influenza-like illness using N95 respirators and surgical masks. It suggested that N95 respirators should not be recommended for the general public. Even there is no scientific proof or proper evidence about the effectiveness of wearing face masks during surgery, rather than if someone or any doctor uses a face mask for a long time, it will help the face mask carry more germs. In further chapters, the author also discussed about many topics such as constant using of face masks may lead to death. Face mask causes plastic contamination. Still now we are talking about the harmful side of using face masks on our bodies. But now we will talk about the harmful side of using face masks on our society. So let me read a paragraph for you so you can understand this important and interesting topic more clearly. The implementation of tiring being experienced around the world has come in the form of restrictions like forced masks, vaccinations, lockdowns, business closures, travel limitations, contact tracing and mandatory testing. They brought us here one step at a time, hoping that we won't able to cheapened their agenda. The people who were trying to control the world through toleration measures did not implement these measures at once. They did it step by step. Otherwise, people would have revolted and they knew it. If they had directly told us to stay home, close our businesses, wear a mask and vaccinate all at once, it would not have worked. The boiling frog syndrome is the classic example of this. If a frog is put in a pot of boiling water, it will immediately jump out. But if you put the same frog in a pot of cold water and then turn the heat on, the frog won't realize it is being boiled since it's happening slowly and it will be boiled to death. These restrictions are boiling us to death and still far too many people have no idea about what's happening. So many people still believe that government is doing everything for our safety. The author also showed us many important topics regarding the face masks and lockdowns, such as media virus, mandatory masks, social distancing and isolation, lockdowns, business closures, contact tracing, forced tracing, mandatory vaccine, digital currency, and the new normal. And all these things lead us towards the tyranny. In the new normal state, the government has control on our every aspects of life, which leads us to tyranny slowly, but we didn't understand this. And now have a look on the aspects of the new rules of new normal. Abolition of intelligence, vaccine-based society, reduction in the world population, controlled finances, total surveillance, social credit system, aesthetic society, no human rights, end of free speech, isolate humanity, no small businesses, no private ownership, travel limitations, food dependency, no arms and weapons, no adultery, electric cars, sexual confusion, blocking the sun, weather warfare, artificial intelligence. And all these topics are important. We have to remember all these topics are important in our life. In the last few chapters, Dr. Singh discussed about the damages caused by COVID-19 vaccine, why unvaccinated children are healthier than vaccinated children in parameters, problems and issues in our medical system, etc. At the end of this video, I can tell you that the facts Dr. Singh has discussed really amazed me. Many of us maybe thoughts about these points sometimes in our life, but we didn't understand that how dangerous and powerful all these facts are. So I will recommend it everyone to read these books to know more about face masks and the new normal system. And I know I am not a regular member in YouTube, so you can follow me on my Insta channel Bookworm Aditi for more book recommendations like this. For now, bye bye, and let me know about your thoughts on this book.